Tonight marks 10 years since the horror on the Harlem line. The Metro North train smashed into an SUV, killing the driver and dislodging the third rail, which penetrated the train, killing 5 passengers. Tony Aiello spoke with a survivor for this look back at the worst accident in Metro North history.
911. The train, Metro North, right at the Valhalla station, past Lakeview, just exploded.
Train exploded?
Yes, the front car just exploded.
When I think back, it still seems so surreal and vivid and sad.
It has been a difficult decade for Caroline Hermans, who was sitting in the lead car of train 659 on February 3rd, 2015.
For me, it kind of, was like a turning point. Like it kind of, things were one way before and then things were different afterwards.
Many lives forever impacted by the horror on the Harlem line. The National Transportation Safety Board says for undetermined reasons, driver Ellen Brody stopped her SUV on the tracks at the Commerce Street crossing and failed to drive off as the train approached and made impact.
The Brody vehicle was pushed by the train into the third rail, and the third rail punctured her car and began to be elevated upward and went straight into the first car of the train.
Attorney Duke Maloney represents Hermans and other passengers in the lead car.
All of a sudden people hear a bang, and the next thing they know, massive pieces of metal are shooting towards them.
They hear metal scraping, they see sparks and pieces of long steel flying through the train car.
And I just saw it come through the car. It hit the man next to me square in the forehead, and his neck went back.
That man was killed. His name was Walter Lidke, a renowned art scholar. He was sitting in the seat Hermans usually occupied.
It made me think about things like, why him, not me? And, okay, what do I do with my life?
We intend to find out not only what happened, but we want to find out why it happened.
A 2-year NTSB probe said Brody caused the accident while spotlighting the Harlem line's third rail.
This is a very unique and unusual design third rail.
Maloney says the Harlem line third rail sits higher than, say, on the LIRR, making it more likely to complicate collisions at grade crossings.
So this is the third rail.
The NTSB also pointed to the splice bars that firmly connect the long pieces of third rail. The bars, still used today, are not designed to break away in a controlled manner under extreme conditions.
It would have broke that connection, and you would not have had the long spear go inside the train. It's true, the odds of it happening again are low, but the outcome is catastrophic. The fix is easy, it's feasible, it's not that expensive.
Metro North hired a firm to conduct a risk assessment, which determined another catastrophic incident was extremely improbable, and the risks of the current third rail setup are acceptable. A jury last year determined the design of the third rail was a significant factor in the death and injury.
I could hear a voice saying, "Help me, help me."
Caroline Hermans is one of numerous survivors still waiting for a trial or settlement with Metro North.
I suffered PTSD and, had mental anguish. That's terrible. But, you think about the people who lost their lives.
10 years have passed. The pain and anguish aren't going away. Tony Aiello, CBS News, New York.
The trauma to those families. We're all thinking about them, and we'll continue to follow developments on the safety of the rails.
Absolutely.